Today, I'm going to be making at least one pen and one fishing lure. You can see we're starting over here at the bandsaw. Hello. We're going to start off making the pen here. Well, what's going to happen is we're going to start off the pen, then we're going to let some glue dry while it gets set up. We're going to switch gears and then come back to the pen at the end of the stream. So obviously this is my bandsaw. Just marking off how much space I need for the barrel of this pen, giving it just a little bit of extra to work with on either side. I'm going to turn on the bandsaw here. So what I'm working with today is dyed plywood. They call it Spectraply. We're also going to be using the same for the fishing lure later. We got this one here. This is what I'm going to make the fishing lure out of. It's kind of neat stuff. Works well. And I just got a few pieces of it, so I'd like to give it a shot. Actually, here's a different color one that I had lying around. So there's that. Let's come over here. Let's set up shop over here today. For now. This may change. It's not too bad, is it? No, it's not so bad. I've seen worse. So we're gonna mount this little feller in the chuck here. Tighten that down real good. Speed of work. We're going to mount our screw chuck into the tailstock. Yeah. Grab my drill bit. Where did I put my mask? There it is. So, what I got going here is my drill bit for the kit we're going to use. The pen kit we're going to use today, a Sierra. It's just a single tube, single barrel, twist pen. They're pretty nice. They're not, they're not a high-end pen by any means, but they're nice. They're easy to make. They look nice. People seem to like them. So, with any, well, like the other pens that I made on stream, they will eventually end up on Etsy. That's kind of my goal. Is most of the things, if I'm not making something for someone specifically, most of the things I make here will end up on Etsy at some point for sale. Gotta sell something from time to time, or this hobby gets pretty expensive. Clear off some of this dust here. About due for a big sweep, but not today. That wouldn't make for a very good stream. Stream's already pretty mediocre as it is. Don't need to make it worse by just sweeping. Okay. So we got this right. We're gonna move it up here. Make sure we're pretty well centered. That looks good to me. Tighten this down. Maybe a little faster drilling. too hot. We're okay. So, that's easy as that. Got our hole drilled. Now, in my pocket, keeping this little tube, just gonna go right in there. I'm gonna do this right here. Where's my? Saw before. I keep this little guy handy. Probably need to scrape him off. Let me scrape him clean real quick. Get some of the gunk off it because he's got a lot of glue built up on him. Just scraping some of this off with a little knife here. There we go. Guy, stick it on there. This allows me to press it in there without getting too covered in glue. I'll be pretty generous with the glue. And then we're just turn it around, move it back and forth a bit, stick it in there. Make sure it's just sticking out just a little bit on either, not sticking out on either side. You can kind of see the, I don't know if you can see with the lighting or not, but that's all there is to that. And you let that sit. So I probably should have done 2 of these, but I think I only have 1 kit. That's okay. You know what? We're going to try this out too, I think. I got here as a kit I don't make very often. It's Atlas. That's what it's called. It's from Woodcraft. Pardon me while I look up and make sure I have the right drill bit handy for this. Be another easy one to make. Atlas Woodcraft. And instructions. You can find all the instructions to make these easily online. So it's pretty nice when you're in a pinch to just give it a quick Google. See if you've got the right things you need. 3/8 drill bit. That's what I have right here. Okay. So good news. We're going to make 2 pins. I don't particularly love this kit, but I've been sitting on this kit for quite a while, and I figure might as well use it. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna scuff up this tube. Then we need to find a piece of wood. And let's see what we got here. Alright, this could be kind of ridiculous. So this is a bunch of different spectral ply that I have glued together at one time. I don't even remember doing it, but obviously I did. And we're gonna make this into an Atlas pen. Let me mark off my cuts, and then we'll walk back over to the bandsaw. We'll go to the bandsaw together. So for this one, just going to be Cutting the ends off here. There we go. So, now, come back. I know this is some quality cinematography here. That works. Yeah, that's good. So we're going to put this in the old Chuckarooski, as they say. Let's give it a turn and see. Actually, let's turn it on and see. A little out of whack there. So I'm not going to use this drill bit, but this will be a good spot, a good bit for finding the center point. Because my 3/8 is actually not a brad point, so it doesn't have the little stabby bit. I think that's the technical term there. Come on. Nice grip there. Okay, let's back this out just a bit. So, here we go. Let's hope this doesn't blow apart. For this, since it is just glued together, and I don't know how good of a job I did, we're gonna put the mask down. Here we go. There we got blue shading. Oh, with the pink shading. It's gonna get loud, I apologize. And the pink is not coming out. Oh, I saw a little bit of color there, so we made it just into the rainbow color. Going. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I love that. That's cool. I apologize for the squeak. More professional setup would be able to mute all of that. But we're just getting started. Maybe one of these days. My face is still set up, but I'll call that. There we are. There's the blue again. Made it all the way through. See? Right there. All the way through. Very colorful sawdust that comes out of that. Always fun. Everybody has a good time with that business. We'll put the drill bits away so I don't forget where to go. pocket. Glue. And we're back in business. So, same as before. This is a much longer single tube pen, which is kind of why I don't like it as much. But one pen just isn't quite enough to make it a time to make it really worth all the time and effort you go through. So I figured a second pen was well worth the time investment. Now this one, I really want to make sure that I get it as even as close on either side, because I want the rainbow bit to be as centered as possible. I think I'm pretty close there. Got about 1/8 of an inch there, and about 1/8 of an inch there. It's going to be real close. As close as I'm really capable of doing. So we'll let that dry. So now, we're going to try an experiment. I have made, and in the process of making, some fishing lures before. What I have not done is made this particular type of lure I want to make, which would be a, I guess the term you'd use an inline spinner bait, similar to a rooster tail, although instead of a spinner it's going to have a propeller on the front that will, catch the eye of the fish and make a little bit of noise in the water. I don't know if it's a good one or not, and I want to use the Spectraply so I don't have to worry about painting it. That's what's holding me up. I have 2 that I've already turned, but I just haven't had the time or the ability, not a very good painter, to get them painted properly. So I figure with this and then the look we're going to go for the fishing lure, it doesn't need to be as, it's going to be more of a reactionary thing, not a mimic. It's not really going to mimic a bait, so to speak, or something it would eat in the wild. It's just going to be something that catches its eye and triggers that strike instinct, is the hope. Let's see here. Need to move some of my tools around. Find my... we're going to do this on a real fast speed. And I think after this, I might, if we got time, might just make ourselves an incense burner. Maybe you can call me a hippie or whatever, but I like burning incense from time to time. It makes the place smell good. And I've made one before. It's maybe a little small, so I'm going to make a bigger one. And the ash that falls off incense is not particularly hot, so not a big fire danger as long as you're around and not just leaving it going. So yeah, here we go. Let's see what we can do with this piece. Get ourselves a fishing lure going. So this is going as fast as my lathe will go, 3,200 RPM. First step is to get this as round as we can. Perfectly round. the sound. A little dust off the camera there. And then, 1 second here. Okay. So, what I need to do, I'm going to use this little skew for this. I need to sharpen it up though. Turn on my old grinder over here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's been a while since I've sharpened this one, and it took a lot, so it's pretty hot, so I'm going to let it sit for a minute. So you can see, this stuff looks neat, looks really neat. Hopefully it'll draw the attention of some fish. That's the idea, isn't it? Alright. Just checking one thing here. Don't think there's any viewers at the moment, so it's not too bad. Okay. trying not to have this tool rest take up all your view. There we go. So what I want to do is get a small little end here, because one of the pieces that I'm going to need is about 1/4 inch wide, and it needs to fit over the cap there. It's going to fit right on the end. I'm going to do a little bit of delicate work here. These are all the parts that are going to be on it. And these little, uh-oh, that's probably not good. That thing is really little. Yikes. Let's hope they're magnetic. Actually, they're not, I don't believe. 1 second here. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So I'm going to have to go inside in a bit and grab a new little eye hole. But that's okay. We'll deal with that in a bit. I have another one that matches. I think I do. So I want to take this on here. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good. All is well. All is well. Okay, I'm going to put this back in here so I don't lose it like I lost the other thing. Actually, might go grab that bit now. Does that read backwards? Probably does. go. There we go. Okay, so I learned something today. I learned that what you guys see is an inverse of what I see. So when I took the time to write "be right back" and it looked backwards on my screen, I turned around and wrote it backwards. So now it looks right on my little monitor, but it's backwards for you guys. Lesson learned. So I went and got my little bits. Put those in there. Set those aside for later. Put those in the old Pakaruski. Let's get back to business. As you can see, as you start to go down the layers, the little bits start to emerge. Pretty neat looking, I think. Okay, let's clean it up just a little more with the screws again. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Just doing a little quick Instagram post. Alright. And we're back. Yeah, no, this will work okay. This will be okay. Okay, we can go just a little deeper there in the middle. Not much. Hoping to get through the blue there, maybe. This is fine. Step up the grade on the sandpaper. Actually, I'm going to get a brand new piece of sandpaper. Little 240 grit. It's just fine here. Sanding lines. This little thing is going to come off on us, which is fine. That's the goal. Might go flying, so I apologize. Hopefully not. Sandpaper again. Oh, it is so lovely. Just delightful. Not a thing in the world not to like. And while we're at it, why not hit it with a route? Probably not doing much. So, now we gotta put a finish on it. Need the old trusty paper towel. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put one little dose, probably not the right word, dash of mineral oil. You might have seen this next to the laxatives at your local grocery store. It's the same stuff that they sell for 5 times the price at Home Depot. Just plain old mineral oil. Baby oil without the scent. that on there. Bring out the contrast in the wood colors. See how much darker like that. I'm terrible at lighting this stuff. But it's significantly darker now. Really makes the colors look rich. Beautiful. And then I think we're right. Finish for one of these. Hey, it's Chunk. How you doing? Making a fishing lure right now. It's going to be an inline spinner fishing lure. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to use some polyacrylic Abranet. A-B-R-A-N-E-T. Abranet. Looks like this. You know, it's kind of see-through. Almost like a mesh. Soft on one side. Kind of like Velcro. Actually sticks together kind of like Velcro too. You have two pieces. You can kind of hear that. I believe so. Yeah. You should be able to find it on Amazon real quick. Yeah, they have it at the woodworking stores like Rockler and stuff, but I found that in the stores they don't necessarily carry as many sizes and grits as they do on Amazon. The multi-pack I think was real good on Amazon, so that's what I went with. Obviously, people like to shop different ways, of course, so teach their own in that regard, but I found that the multi-pack had everything I needed, although it did leave me with quite a bit more 80 grit than anything else, just because I tend not to use 80 grit all that much. What I'm using here is a polyacrylic Minwax polyacrylic to seal this up. Probably give it a dip as well once it's off the lathe. That doesn't feel too smooth. Yeah, man, once you pick some up, you have to let me know how it goes for you. I really, really like it. Just think it works way too well it's so much better than sandpaper for my purposes and for my opinion. Yeah, the multi-pack, I bought it almost a year ago, and I'm still using 3 of the pieces. I cut it up. It comes up in sheets. Yeah, it comes in sheets, and I just took scissors and cut it into little pieces that are good for me. But if I remember right, you do a lot of bowls, so maybe the bigger pieces would be more handy for you. But yeah, for my purposes, it's the best way to go. So we're gonna trim this off. Might come flying, maybe not. Let's see. we're free. Perfect. Clean up the end here. Sandpaper there. Alright. So for this, the fishing lure, got all my bits and bobs here. I wonder, do I have something I can set this on? Raise it up a little bit. That's a little better. That'll work for this. Put out all my little bits here. Don't know if I'm going to need every piece of this or not. I'll probably trim this. This could be too long. The skirt there. My hook's all, oh, it's a bad hook. Might be able to fix that. Where are my pliers at? A second, let me find my pliers. You know what? I think I have another hook. I do have another hook. Okay. So, this, what I want to do first here is I'm going to screw this little eye-ring in there just to get it started. I don't have to go all the way in there. So I'm screwing this little guy in there. I'm going to use, I'm going to bend that needs a little nail will work. I'm going to get the hole started there. Don't need to go all the way in, but just get that hole started. And we'll do the same on the other end here. A little off center, but that's okay. Fish won't care. Okay. So we got the holes started there. These. What I want to do is give this a little dip polyacrylic. Dip the white. Let that sit there for a second. Gotta get a good seal on the wood so that it doesn't rot out on us. I think maybe one spray, maybe a spray from their old rattle can will do well too. Let that dry for a sec. So again, this is going to be a little fishing lure. It's drying up okay. While we're at this, and while this is drying, take this little end cap. Actually, we can just set that right there. Take this little end cap here. This little ring here. Actually, before we do that, see if we can get this hook on here. These little rings are hard for my fat fingers, but be okay. Get it? Probably not great viewing, but that's okay. There we go. That got it. So, we'll deal with that in a minute. I'm going to take this into this end here. Start screwing that in there. Screw that as far as it'll go. Yeah, I've made a couple before. I decided to try it with the Spectraply because I'm really, really bad at painting. Yeah, I'm also really bad about not mastering any one thing and just moving on to the next thing as soon as I become okay at something. It's been a lifelong problem of mine, and it doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon. Not one to focus on any one thing very well. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. You have a good one. And I hope that Abernet works out for you. I think it will. Take care. Have a good one. All that jazz. Alright, got that tightened on there pretty good. That helps hold that cap into place. So right now we got this. Here's where we're at. Might have to actually glue this cap into place. We'll see. Would rather not, but I might need to. Actually, it's probably smart. Where'd I put my glue? Tiny little drop down there. Let that set into place there. Okay. Now, the front end, let's unscrew this again. So this end down here is going to hold the hook. So this ring will go in here and I'll clamp it down. And then the hook will be on there and we'll put the skirt over that. I think. We may not go with the skirt. We'll see. So, what we want now is this cap here. The propeller here. Then we have a little propeller. To be our spinner, and this here, put it all in line there, start screwing it in. And there we go. So, now, for the skirt, let's see, how do we want to do this? We just shove this whole bit through the elastic there. It's got a little rubber band on it. Ow! That's probably not good. That's the dangers of working with hooks. Now I kind of feel bad for the fish. Well, that's assuming any fish actually bites this. Which is a big assumption, because I don't know anything about this this design. I just freelanced it, so to speak. Alright, let's get this. I probably should not have put the little dangly ring on before this skirt. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that ring off. So now we know we can put it on with ease. So back to this. Shove the hook through the ring. There's a rubber band there. There we go. Come back to the little ring here. There we go. Oh my gosh. This might actually work. This might actually work. I mean, I knew this was going to work all along. So, now, here's where we're at. I just clamp this little bit down, I think. Maybe easier said than done. There we go. Clamped. And fishing lure. Little spinner at the back. I'll probably trim this. Yeah, let's trim the skirt down a little bit. Boom. Fishing lure. Easy peasy. Next time I get a chance to go fishing, I will give it a shot. Now I think we're good. Good job, Eric. I'm just going to set this over here. Okay. So, that's enough of the fishing lures for now. It worked. We're happy. Everyone's happy with the working fishing lure. None of us thought it would happen, but it did. We are amazing. Okay. So I think sorry for that. Get this back. Yeah, this view works. Probably given our pens enough time. So I'm off screen right now, grabbing some stuff I need for the pens. I'll be right back over there. My 3/8 and my 27/64. There's my 27/64. There's my 3/8. My new tube lakes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the absence. Now let me move this out of the way. So now what we have is the task of cleaning up the ends of these pens. Let's see here, hang on one second here. Alright. So I think I've shown you this before, but what this does is it goes in my drill. Ooh, this was sitting in the sun. There we go. Get that drill bit out of there. So what this does is cleans up the ends of these pen blanks so they're nice and square. So it just fits right inside the tube. They're pre-made to the common sizes for tubes. And then you just start drilling and it starts to dig in there. probably need to get these sharpened, or do some sharpening on them. But nothing a little pressure can't fix right now. Just gotta get it right there to the tube. Pretty close to, at least. And also make sure all your pin parts fit together properly. A little downward pressure can go a long way on these. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time, but it is an important step. And it can be the difference between a good pin and a shitty pin. Okay. So one down, setting that right up here. You can see it. Setting that right there. And then we're going to switch this out for the other tube. That just comes right off. New one goes on. Find the flat spot. Tighten. And boom. Back into the drill. Alright, now this one. Alright, I'm gonna again push down here, sorry if you can't see it. The ply is breaking off on this one. I hope that's not a sign of what's to come with the pin itself. One side done. Clear the little blades there. Clean up on this one and it'll be good. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, done with this for now. Now it's time for a word from my sponsor, Diet Dr. K, available at Kroger and affiliated stores across the nation. I have come to the point where I like this better than Diet Dr. Pepper. Some may hate me, but I like what I like. Alright, let's get this out of here. I probably won't even keep this. I don't think I can do much with it. Actually, Just kidding. I'm going to do something with it real fast. Comes to pen making and any sort of the small wood turning projects, I have found a lot of uses for just a random tapered piece of wood that can fit in your truck. It comes in handy more often than you might expect. So now this goes off. Specialty bits for pen making here. Make sure I don't lose these things. Okay. Which kit did we do? This one first. Get my bushings out here. Now these bushings here, which if you haven't seen me make a pen before, make sure that my end pieces are the right size, so that the whole thing puts together well. Tighten this down. That's actually not too bad of a view, is it? Get me in there. Get the pen thing. All is well in the world. Use our little skew. Should be is actually not working so well. Let's try the big one. Look at that. Isn't that delightful? So, I realized what this piece was. I once made an incense burner for Stress, my fiance. And I made it with these Spectraply pieces all glued together, but it was longer but it was wide, so I had to cut a strip off. This is that strip. Nice to never wait. It's starting to look nice. Pretty good. It's going to turn out maybe better than expected. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to reverse this. Especially if you're not convinced all your stuff is perfect, you just swap them around. Just remembered something about this kit that's not doable. Just remembered. I'm going to revert, but I still want to reverse, but I have to reverse the bushings too. This kit is asymmetrical. It's a good thing to remember. Otherwise, the whole thing turns out useless. getting it a little reversed before after you started sanding it. Help make it more smooth in the long run. Make the whole thing feel nice. Oops. Just saving the cleanup here. That's all we like to do. It's feeling good. I think we'll hit it with our old 1000 grit. Lovely. So, now we're going to go with our go-to pen finish. Some people really like the C8. I still do not. Done it a few times and I've had a few good results with it. But ultimately, I don't care for the way the pen feels. And that matters to me. This is less That's not good. Got a little scuff mark here. Let's see if that's... Is that just a mistake in the dyeing of the wood? Or... Sometimes the dye is uneven on these. It can be a problem. I think is what we're seeing here. Hard to say. Really hard to say. I'm sanding this down through the finish, which is a big pain in the butt, just to see. Yep, that's just the dye. Damn. Oh well. That's okay. I'm gonna clean these sand spots up. Get the finish going again. I think that's just part of the dye job on the wood. Oh well. At least it's going to be really smooth. That's nice. Alright, back to the finish. Real nice and shiny and glossy, real fast. That is hard to beat. So we got that there. Let's set that aside, let it dry. Put those bushings away so we don't forget about them. Now we got this guy. Bushings for this. Down there. This should be a little easier because we're not dealing with end grain. So, just gonna finish this up real quick. I'm losing battery. My camera's out there. So I probably will not have time to assemble these on stream. That's okay. I'll assemble them. Maybe I'll show them next week. Put some good pictures. Put them on my Facebook page. water. Pretty good. Quick reversal will do this well. Again, we're going to hit it with 1,000. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Set that aside. That's what we're working with here. Turned out pretty good. So, letting those dry. Thank everybody for stopping in to view, checking out the video if you're watching on demand, and have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.